And all rumblings that we're hearing is this could just turn quickly into a finals day. First, breaking down the conditions as we count in the start of this heat. A lot of Brazilians, but a lot of world champions as well in the back part of the draw, Flick.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty impressive, you know, as we see the first ride of the morning.
J.Vaughan, North Shelley Beach board rider, sets up that big first turn, connects well, fades it. And just a little setup turn under the whitewater. A man that pulled a crazy flip rotation at North Point the other day. Loves going upside down, and he'll just capitalize on a big first turn, really. And in the opening ride here of quarterfinal number 1, S.Pupo will now have priority.
I did notice the left had a bit of wall, but you know, everyone gravitates towards the rights traditionally these days. Yeah, he banged that first turn. I saw him this morning. I think he chose the 6-1 over his 6-0 that he was riding last event, or round.
Feels like last event.
Yeah, last event, like you said, pretty much last event. But yeah, that wave, beautiful first turn. Tricky conditions, but he handled those lumps really well. Yeah, so I guess everyone's going to be really looking for a wave with a bit of wall. You know, you'd be taking anything that offers you 2 big turns. So yeah, feet in the wax, even though they look like they slipped right there. It's good to get that ball rolling. That's exciting. Here we go.
Looking like right back into J.Vaughan, picking his rail back up after a little bobble there. Throws down a wrapping turn, finds some white water to slam, and he will sink. So much water moving on that rapid, and then goes over the shelf there. But that'll be his second scoring ride, as S.Pupo still hasn't budged out the back yet. Finds a combo where he's going upside down. First, let's see what he did on his...
See that little stall? That's something you do at Cobblestone when you're looking for a big ramp. So I thought that's maybe what he was looking for. But he went for 2 turns. Unfortunately, just stacks it on this last one. But here we go. Sammy's turn.
S.Pupo opening ride of the morning, just up and out and holding down his position to go along with it, especially in the old days. As we get it back into live action, S.Pupo throwing an arc in the pocket, holding that speed and finding the power source again and putting it up through the whitewash. Nice speed management and just clean rails.
He's done this before.
A dicey little finish. You're right. He's tap dance on that thing.
That was pretty nice. Or maybe second wave of the set next time, but I'm sure he just wanted to get things moving.
Got that little arc to start, Flick. Then what happened here?
Oh, I think obviously that first wave there's a lot of lump and bump, but his board looks good and he looks just powerful. He's really powering through his turns despite how wonky and hard this wave is to surf. So I think he looks like he's still kind of maintained that form from, you know, the last heat that we saw, I think.
Yeah, we've got you this room right in front, and I was like, I can't do it.
You've got your family. There's the arc from Pupo. Already has a 6.5. There's that arc again out in front. JS looks great, and perfect flow and rhythm, total control on the finishing move, Flick.
Yeah, he looks really good. I think, you know, a bit of improvement. Just like the moment he has this clean face, his wraps are even looking even stronger. I think he's just going to build on this 6.5. He looks great.
Different type of pace that's required, especially on a day like today, Taj. What did you see on the first turn?
Oh, you know, like we said, he's just doing great to navigate that wonk and those bumps, and he got 2 beautiful turns for how wonky that wave was, and then just a simple closeout turn, but a little bit of theatre, you know.
Let's look at this wave of Joel's. I think he's a bit more like angled, a little bit more TP'd. He gets like this one beautiful section.
Oh, that was nice.
Doesn't kind of give him that big finish, though, that he's looking for.
Exactly right, Flick. You need that big finish, and those were 2 great turns at the start. Oh, I actually did get 3 turns, but like you said, that huge, impactful finishing turn is pretty crucial at Margaret River, I think. But still a really well-ridden wave.
It's clean, offshore, and you know what wave's a good wave, you know. But I think today, the kind of difference is, I mean, Joel's getting excellent, like, you know, sick first turns. It's just like the rest of his wave isn't really standing up for him, I think.
You know, like, even though she's 2-time winner, it's still good to refresh her memory of kind of where to sit, because the conditions have been way more challenging this year. I think she's really enjoyed leaning on someone that knows a bit about Margaret's, and yeah, it's tricky. So he's a great guy to have on your side, because he's clever.
You gave me a flashback, Taj, to a post-seat interview where you were like, oh my gosh, he's bugging me. And you just went right into it. I love those old stories.
Nice
we got J.Vaughan in the mix here, and he's attacking with a beautiful off the top carve. Sammy's on the next one.
Big
close out finish. That's what Joel was hoping for.
Sick. This is going to... Oh, is that a second priority little swoop? I think it was.
Yeah. I think he just was able to wait and see and got down to business, Flick.
Yeah, this is a hard wave to read, but he did so well. And just to power through the lump and bump on the second carve was pretty special. And big turn there too to finish. So, you got to be thinking he's going to be equaling at least, Sammy's back up here. That's where I kind of go with this for sure. So, I mean, look, it's pretty impressive for how difficult that wave was to read.
I agree. That was 3 good turns over bumpy, difficult sections. That's going to be his best wave. And he'd want to hope that it's somewhere in between Sammy's waves, hopefully. That's what I would imagine, kind of around that area. And then, he's going to be looking for a lot.
For a little runway decision without priority. Sammy will make a move here. S.Pupo comes around the corner and gets clipped. Miguel can take a big breath knowing that was a close one. And Samuka will move on to the semifinals with that 6.5 and a 7.5 and try to clean up.
You are into the semi-finals of the Margaret River Pro, and mate, I'll tell you, that was a nervous heat after 5 days off. How difficult was it to sort of get back into the heat mode?
Yeah, it was really tricky just having such a big break before, after my round of 16 heat against Kanoa. It felt like it was so long ago, so it's hard to just keep the momentum going, keep the rhythm going, and the competitive mind. I definitely felt a little lost out there the first few minutes, and made a big mistake letting Joel go on the best way of the heat at the end and getting him back in the heat. So it was tricky for sure, but I'm happy that my surfing is still great and the rails are still sharp, so I'm happy to make it through.
We were eavesdropping on your conversation with Matty Myers before, and he said he was really proud of your decision making, and also that when you got your waves, you surfed as hard as you could on them.
Yeah, I mean that's been the cool part for us. I mean, I feel like every time I stood up, I got good scores, and that brings a lot of confidence. That knowing that when the wave comes, I'll be ready and I'll get the score that I need. So that definitely helps a lot when you're landing your turns, when you're finishing your waves. It brings a lot of confidence, and when I thank JS for the amazing boards, and happy to give him back some success, some win he's.
Mate, it's great. Your mindset is obviously right on point. Your boards are on point. And your decision making's on point too, because right at the end there, you had to make the decision to use your priority, hold Joel off a wave. It turned out to be a really good decision because the ocean went flat after that.
Yeah, it was all about just not making the same mistake twice. I let him go on the wave before, and he got a 7, and we had about a minute and a half left at the end. I was like, I'd rather take my shot here and leave it for the nature, for the ocean to give it to me. So I'm glad it went my way.
Yeah, your brother's face said everything when it was a minute and a half to go, and Joel was sitting out there alone, by himself. But mate, this is your best ever result here at Margaret River, so congratulations on that. But still a couple of heats to go.
For sure, yeah, I'm really stoked just to get past this round. Really, I feel like I have so many quarterfinal finishes, and I have a final finish in Brazil, so I just really wanted to get through this round and have a shot at the final.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, thank you guys.